How are you feeling?
Well,
How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
To give you some idea.
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them. I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do, and this influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.
the end. There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? I'm burning in the dystopia. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the dystopia. This is the final denounce. What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the dystopia. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the dystopia. This is the final
Hey guys, I usually don't stream on Sunday, so you know something happened. So you know something happened. So last night I was like tooling around on Twitter as I usually do in the evenings, and I was, looking at the Twitter spaces and stuff like that, and I've been spending a lot of time in Twitter spaces lately. And, there's this guy, I don't even know if I want to call him a guy. There's this account on Twitter, Adrian Dittmann. Who in the chat has heard of Adrian Dittmann before? I know not all of you are on Twitter, and God bless you if you aren't. It's actually probably the best decision in the world to not be on Twitter if we're being honest about it. But who in the chat has heard of this guy, Adrian Dittmann? One in the chat if you've heard of him, two in the chat if you have no idea who he is. So I first got introduced to this account back when Nick Fuentes was reinstated on Twitter, and he did a Twitter space when he got reinstated on Twitter, and Adrian Dittmann came into the Twitter space to talk to him. And lo and behold, this guy sounds exactly like Elon Musk. He sounds exactly like Elon Musk, and you're going to hear that. And so then there was a whole debate over, did Nick Fuentes just have a conversation with Elon Musk? Is this guy actually Elon Musk? And then there were clips that surfaced where it looked like Elon Musk and Adrian Dittmann were in the same place at the same time, and so it couldn't be Elon Musk. But people have been saying that this is Elon Musk's alt account for a long time because it's really creepy when you listen to it. He has exactly the same opinions as Elon Musk. He has exactly the same interests as Elon Musk. He likes the same video games as Elon Musk. He seems to know about the inner workings of Twitter, like, as well as anyone can know about the inner workings of Twitter. He seems to have contacts at Twitter. He's definitely connected with Elon Musk in some way because they've talked several times. Elon Musk has replied to this account. And so, like, that's been the kind of the ongoing conversation. This guy has an affiliate badge with a gold check. Look at this. He's got an affiliate badge with a gold check account. No one has ever heard of this. No one knows anything about this guy. It's really weird. It's really weird. For my money, one of three things is possible with this account. Either this is actually Elon Musk's sock account, and he's just using it as a way to screw around on the internet in a way that's not personally identifiable to him. Either this is another person who happens to sound exactly like Elon Musk, who is obsessed with Elon Musk, or this is some sort of AI thing that Elon Musk is experimenting with. And I actually think that that's probably the most likely scenario, is that this is some sort of AI that Elon Musk is experimenting with in some way. Because this account does spaces all the time. This account is perfectly in tune with whatever Elon Musk's emotions are at the time. This account is perfectly attuned to whatever Elon Musk is talking about, all of the intricate details of everything. And I just don't... This is either Elon Musk himself. It is someone who is psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk, or it's some sort of AI thing that is either constantly monitoring Elon Musk, or perhaps Elon Musk implanted one of those chips in himself that he made. The Neuralink thing. Maybe Elon Musk implanted the Neuralink thing in himself and it's feeding right into this account as like an experiment. I think those are basically the three possibilities in this scenario. There is no scenario in which I see that this person is either not Elon Musk himself, someone psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk, or some sort of AI bot. I think that's like, there's no other scenario, okay? This account is sociopathic. And that's actually what I'm concerned about. This account, and I've been listening to this account on and off for a while, just like here and there. It's not been something I've spent a lot of time on, but just here and there. This account is sociopathic. And you're going to hear that today. And what I mean when I say this account is sociopathic is there is a level of cruelty and coldness to whatever this thing is that, to me, it feels like watching someone torture a puppy just for the pleasure of torturing the puppy. That's what this account is like. And that's actually why I'm afraid of this. Because if this account is Elon Musk, then Elon Musk is a sociopath. If this account is someone who's obsessed with Elon Musk, then that person that is obsessed with Elon Musk is a sociopath. And if this account is an AI, that actually makes the most sense because an AI would be rather sociopathic, wouldn't it? But that doesn't actually bode well for whatever Elon is fucking playing with if he's producing an AI that is sociopathic. Now, on my main account, we're not looking at my main account right now. This is my alt account, okay? Now, a lot of people accuse me of having all these sock accounts. I actually really don't, but now I do. And do you know why I have a sock account that actually has my picture that is at Carlin Alt if anyone wants to follow it? Is because Elon Musk is now banning people off of his platform for disagreeing with him. Yes, you're going to hear his voice today. Yeah, you're going to hear it. We're going to listen to it. So this account the other day got into it with one of the groypers. His name is Dalton. And Dalton, quite frankly, laid this account out. It wasn't even close. Dalton owned this guy. Less than 24 hours after Dalton got into an argument with this guy, Dalton got permanently banned off of Twitter when he hadn't broken any terms of service. And not only was Dalton permanently banned off of Twitter, like 15 other groyper accounts at the same time were also banned off of Twitter that had nothing to do with this scenario. And it all stemmed from an interaction with this account. So this is not actually a joke. I have this account blocked on my main account. I have every person that hosts Twitter Spaces with him blocked on my main account. The only reason you can see this right now is I'm looking at it from an alt account. Now you can see on this account's page that they do Twitter Spaces all the time, but they don't record them. But don't worry. I have the recording of the Twitter Space they did last night. And because we can get recordings of anything, and all of this stuff is archived, and just because Adrian Dittmann, or whatever this fucking thing is, isn't recording his Twitter Spaces, doesn't mean there's not a record of what happened. And the reason that we're going to listen to this Twitter Space is because last night, this account and his co-hosts on this Twitter space struggle sessioned Laura Loomer in one of the most, quite frankly, disgusting ways that I've ever seen someone struggle sessioned before. And I only listened to a little bit of it. This struggle session went on for 2 hours because Laura Loomer got her blue check verification taken away the other day because she tweeted something that Elon Musk didn't like. Because that's what we're doing now on Twitter. If you go against Elon Musk politically, you're going to get your blue check taken away. You're going to get your monetization taken away. Laura Loomer lost 2,500 subscribers on her account for tweeting something that Elon Musk didn't like. And now these guys are trying to struggle session Laura Loomer into believing that she doxed someone with publicly available information. And it got so bad that they actually struggle sessioned Laura Loomer into issuing a public apology, groveling to get her account back. Now listen, man, I might not always agree with Laura Loomer on everything, but I am quite frankly shocked that Laura Loomer allowed herself to be spoken to this way. And I understand, listen, she's in a position, right? She wants her blue check. She wants all her subscribers back. I get it. I really do. And you know what? I mean, maybe if I was in the same position, I would do the same thing. So maybe, I don't know. This is why I kind of set up all my stuff off of Twitter. I don't really need Twitter in order to do what I'm doing. I just use it because it's like, you know, fun, I guess. And all my friends are on there. But like, I guess I can't 100% say that I would have stuck to my guns, but, and you guys are going to hear this, what they did to her was so demeaning. It was bullying. It was sociopathic. There's no other word for it. You guys are going to hear this in the Twitter space. They bullied Laura Loomer into apologizing in a really, really disgusting way that, quite frankly, really freaks me out. This whole thing really freaks me out. Whether or not this person is Elon Musk or someone psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk or some sort of Elon Musk AI bot, this person, this account is absolutely connected to people getting censored and banned on Twitter for disagreeing with Elon Musk. So what the fuck is this? Honestly. What the fuck is this? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. But I do have the recording of this Twitter space. And we're going to listen to it. And I'm only going to play like the part where Laura Loomer was getting struggle sessioned. It's 2 hours long. So I don't know if we're going to listen to the whole thing. But I want you guys to hear this, and I want you to listen to what this account is and what his little disciples are doing too. And I quite frankly think you guys are going to be just as disturbed by this as I was, and you guys know it takes a lot to disturb me. Rottweiler, thank you for the super chat. I've always been critical of Musk, even if I ended up stepping on toes. Him going from MAGA to MEGA, make India great again, yeah, is the vindication for many of us. Irreflexive acceptance of authority figures is always bad, kids. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Well, to be quite frank, Substack has all the features of Twitter, and they have none of the banning. So, given that a whole bunch of people are about to get banned off Twitter for disagreeing with Elon Musk, maybe options should be considered. You guys can do whatever you want to do, but Substack is way more free speech than Twitter is right now, like 100%. Oh, don't make me do this right now, Milo. Just go to HG Tutor's page. I don't want to do this right now. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't actually fucking matter, is what I'm going to say. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what the difference is. You guys are going to hear what I'm talking about in this video. So, let's just, well, yeah, you actually get more reach, though. You get more Okay, I'm not going to get into this Substack argument now. But this is the last thing I'm going to say. I have 15,000 subscribers on Substack. I get 10 times the reach on Substack. I get 10 times the number of eyes viewing my content on Substack than I do on Twitter with, what do I have right now? Like 70 some odd thousand followers on Twitter. and I get a couple thousand maybe on a tweet. On Substack, I get 10 times the amount of views on Substack with a fraction of the audience. So you might think there's less audience on Substack. More people are actually going to see your content on Substack than they're going to see it on Twitter, and especially with these new algorithm changes. And guess what? When you get banned off of Twitter, no one's seeing your content there anyway. So perhaps building up some alternatives that are actually reasonable would be a prudent thing to do, given the circumstances that people are under. Would you rather go to Blue Sky? Do you want to do Blue Sky? Because everyone's going to get banned off of Blue Sky in like a day. Substack is at least free speech. They're not censoring people. But I don't want to get into that argument anymore. That's my position. I think all options should be considered, and I think you're being ridiculous if you're saying, no, I don't want to. Like, stop acting like a child. Grow the fuck up. All right, let's listen to this space because it's really long, and I want you guys to hear it. And please mount the like button for me. And let me know your opinions in the chat. I've got my Rumble chat up. I can see you guys over there on Rumble. Hello, or Megami. Hello, Emerald Eyes over on Rumble. Let's just get into this, shall we?
Anyways, we do have an interesting situation that is about to occur. We have the subject in question that had launched all of the chaos.
By the way, guys, this is just an image. This is just a screenshot, so you're not going to see this move. All I had was the audio, so I just don't be surprised if you don't see like the microphones unmuting and stuff, because this is just a screenshot I put there for like design purposes.
Chaos that has been quite beneficial to someone like myself, ironically enough. Laura Loomer is on the stage. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
What brings you here?
Well, I decided to come back because the other night I tried joining your space when you were booted from the other space, and I wanted to participate in your space, but because my account was disabled, I wasn't able to request to speak. It kept on kicking me off. So I decided to come back to finish the conversation and to talk about free speech and to talk about, I mean, ideally, it'd be really nice if people could see the bigger picture here and supporting President Trump and supporting his America First agenda, as opposed to fracturing the base over censorship. And I know that Elon probably doesn't agree that it's censorship because he thinks I doxed his friend. But as I posted
He doesn't
today,
think he doxed anyone's friend. It's not his friend either. It's a official that is acting in whatever position he was placed in. Now, here's the thing.
So who they're talking about is that Saram guy, the Indian guy that's going to be working with the Trump administration on AI. The only reason I'm interjecting in this is that the other night, actually the Twitter space before this, I was listening to their Twitter space until like 3 a.m. in the morning. And at the very end of that Twitter space, Adrian Dittmann was talking about how tired he was. And he was just kind of like, he was saying things off the cuff. And he said something to the effect of, they're going after my friend Saram. That was a weird thing. Why is Adrian Dittmann friends with this Saram guy?
Violation in question was you took, albeit public information, placed it on the platform, but did not censor personal information contained within this public information. It clearly states within the TOS
let me tell you what
that the
happened.
personal information, it doesn't matter if
wanna
the
tell you-
information is public. If the information is personal information and you're releasing it without that individual's consent, that is a problem and that is a violation. This is deliberate. It is literally word for word
No,
stated in the
I
TOS.
posted, I posted
Hold
the
on.
I
Hold on.
posted the image. I'm telling you exactly what happened, and I have the screenshot to prove it. So I posted the image originally, and I had blurred it out on the editor on my phone, and I posted it. And what happened was the top part of it, it was like mostly covered, and then as soon as I realized it, because in premium it gives you 30 minutes to edit your post. Within a couple minutes of seeing it, I immediately edited the post and changed it, and I increased the block because the edit function on the annotate option didn't cover it all the way.
Okay, so let me just make sure everyone understands what happens. So the other day, Adrian Dittmann and his friends did a psychotic Twitter space where they, right after Laura Loomer got demonetized, where they were basically like picking apart everything they did, and they came to the conclusion that Laura Loomer doxed this Saram guy. Laura Loomer's position is that she was posting publicly available FEC documents in which on her phone she used the annotate feature on Twitter and thought she had blocked out his full address. When it uploaded to Twitter, apparently a portion of the address was still visible, and this was just an innocent mistake. This was not something Laura meant to do, and it actually kind of seems like it's more of a problem with Twitter than it is with what she did, because she used the annotate feature in Twitter to block out the address. As soon as Laura realized the mistake, she went in and changed the photo to completely block out the address. Now, am I condoning someone posting an address on Twitter, even a partial portion of it? No, it was a mistake. That shouldn't happen. But on the other hand, I know for damn certain that Nick Fuentes' address was posted on Twitter to the tune of 16 million views on a single post for weeks and weeks and weeks. Twitter did nothing about it until after the assassination attempt. And then all of a sudden, after the Nick Fuentes assassination attempt, where someone literally showed up at his house and tried to kill him, all the posts with Nick Fuentes' address in it suddenly came down. Those posts were left on the platform for weeks. And so, can I forgive Laura Loomer for making an innocent mistake regarding the annotate feature on Twitter when she tried to block out an address and it didn't work, and then as soon as she figured out her error, she fixed it? Yeah, I think that's a pretty innocent mistake to make. And especially, we're talking about a public document, and we're talking about a government official. Saram may not like this, but he is now a government official, or he will be very, very soon. All of this stuff is going to be publicly available. I can also speak from personal experience. My address has been doxed on Twitter. People have posted pictures of my house on Twitter. Twitter never did shit. So, am I going to forgive Laura Loomer for making an innocent mistake when she's taking accountability? Yes. Now let's listen to what happened.
And I was very honest about that. And I edited the post and I immediately deleted. And you can see, because obviously Twitter does not allow doesn't allow you to edit a post past 30 minutes. And so when I refreshed the post after editing it, it had showed that the new version had covered it completely. And I have a screenshot to prove that.
Okay,
and then
so hold on.
Yes.
So we already have your original post.
Yeah,
Someone based on your original post can find out the full address of Suram inside just the picture itself.
And I explained to you
hold on, let me finish. Just because you edited the post doesn't mean that people
Who you're hearing right now is this guy, Auda. Okay? Auda is also interesting because Auda also came into a Twitter space with Groypers to talk to them and to berate them about 10 minutes before the Groypers got mass banned. So that's another interesting coincidence. This guy, Auda, who is Adrian Dittmann's co-host, came into a Twitter space that the Groypers were having about 10 minutes before all of them got mass banned.
After that can't see what the previous post was.
Well, I thought that when you edit a post on X, it changes it to what you edit it to. That's what my perception is.
Unfortunately, it doesn't replace it. There's a button to see the old version, so the only way to delete something is to delete it.
Well, I wasn't aware of that. I thought that when you edit the post that it changes it for the good. So if that's the case, I apologize. And
it changes the post, but the previous version of the post still remains. So you can see this on any single post. Yeah. I always delete my posts if I think that I need to edit them. But even if you edit it, the original version of the post is still there for you to see, even if you click the little button to see it. And even for previous quote posts of that post, by the way. So
also,
it's not a delete
when I refresh
post.
the image, I just want you to know that on my end, when I refreshed it, because I would have deleted it if I thought that it was still there. But when I clicked,
the issue isn't that you could have edited it or deleted it. It's that you shouldn't have posted it at all if you hadn't blocked out that information properly.
Well, as I said before, when I edited it with the annotate feature in the phone, it had covered it, and I uploaded it, and it had only covered it halfway. And I said that I was going to fix it by removing it and re-uploading it, which I did. And you can see this in the back end of X, or you could see just from the screenshot itself. So again, I'm not trying to incite anything against Suram. I wasn't trying to dox anybody. I know what it's like to be doxed. I've been doxed. I've been swatted before. It's not pleasant. I know what it's like to live and get death threats and have people post your personal information online. I was posting an FEC record. And my thing is look, I'm willing to have a conversation with Elon and X about this, but I think that if that's the case, because I think it was Ken Kippelstein, however you say his name, also had this issue a few weeks ago where he got banned and they said, oh, he posted JD Vance's docs because he posted the dossier. And then there was an argument that it was personal information that was being reported on through a document. And so maybe X should just clarify their terms of service as it relates
It's already
They
very
are. They
clear
have.
in the terms of service.
Well,
I've
You've
literally
literally
FEC
just quoted them
records
back
are
to us,
public.
those exact
Yeah, it
words.
doesn't matter. It
Laura,
literally states-
Laura, can I
Hold on,
can I say one thing really quick?
Okay, the guy that's interrupting now is this guy, Jordan. Jordan is probably the dumbest person on Twitter. He adds nothing of value. Every time Jordan talks, he says something stupid. I'm very sorry that you're all going to have to suffer through listening to Jordan. I don't know why Jordan has over 1 million followers on Twitter because his posts get no interaction. He must have bought his followers because ain't no one following that guy for anything he has to say because he's one of the stupidest people I've ever heard talk in my life. Anyway.
Wait, hold on, wait, no. All right, so, hold on, let me find the post. I'm going to link you to the post along with
You're
that
gonna hear
has
Jordan
the link.
interrupting
The
multiple
post
times.
is gone. The post is
No,
gone.
not
in
your
order
post.
to-
Not your post. I'm going to link you a post that explicitly states X's rule, and this was the rule before you had uploaded that picture, that says even if the address is public information, you are not allowed to post it.
Can I
because
say
it
one thing?
leads
Can I
to
say one thing really
problems
quick?
with people. Okay, go on.
Laura,
Jordan.
here's the thing, and I'm gonna say it as clear as possible. So hopefully, maybe we need to be more clear, but I will be as clear as possible for you. When they sent you back the screenshot and you posted the screenshot of, hey, delete this post. Even if you deleted the edited version, delete the post means literally delete all of it. Not like I don't understand how much more clear that is, but that means
that's not what
delete
I'm
it all.
talking about. You're conflating two things. They didn't say
I'm letting
delete
you know
the
that's
post.
the reason.
All
They
right,
didn't
Laura.
say
It wasn't
Okay,
actually the
I'm
reason.
sorry, can we
Jordan's
move on
just
to the-
stupid.
Hold on, wait,
They didn't
before that.
say,
Laura,
nobody ever told me to delete any posts until after my account was suspended for 12 hours. And then it said in order to get your access back, you have to delete the post. So I deleted the
okay,
post.
Laura, do you see that thing I've pinned up there?
No, I only see. Okay, now I see it. Yeah.
Okay, so click on that. That one clearly states the rules. I have the link as well, so you can check. I haven't photoshopped this. It says, is the information available somewhere else? However, we may take action against home addresses being shared, even if they are publicly available due to potential for physical harm.
Okay. Well, I understand that. And I wasn't trying to post his personal information. I was posting an FEC record. And there's nothing to be done about it now because obviously my account has been unverified. But I just wanted to say that I have opposing views on immigration and opposing views on H-1B visas. And I am a Trump supporter and I wasn't trying to incite violence against anybody. I wasn't trying to get anybody harmed. And that's all I can say. And I apologize if he feels that I was posting his personal information, but I guess there's really nothing else I can do except to tell the truth like I did and say that I apologize if he felt that I was targeting his personal information.
Okay.
He didn't
I'd
feel
like to move
So,
on
anything.
to
I just want to point this out. Laura Loomer has now apologized more than once. Laura Loomer has been about as contrite as I've ever heard Laura Loomer being in her life. She's being eminently reasonable. She's saying, listen, I made a mistake. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, you know, the post is down. There's nothing really more I could do. It was a public record anyway. I'm sorry. In an adult world, that would be the end of it. Honestly. This is like how adult interactions work. Like, if you fuck up, you take responsibility, you say, hey, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I'll do better next time. But that's not good enough for these people. You remember how I said at the beginning, listening to Adrian Dittmann and his friends was like listening to someone who is like torturing a puppy, like kicking a puppy or kicking an injured animal or something like that. They're about to go in on Laura Loomer like you guys don't even understand. Renan says, If Vivek or Trump had brought up H-1B after 2 years of deportation, I think the reaction would have been different. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think if they, and remember guys, they've already said they're not going to do mass deportation. They've already made it very clear. Mass deportation is off the table. They're only going to do targeted deportation based on criminals. Everyone else gets to stay, according to the Trump administration. And so they've already taken back that. Now they're saying, not only are we not going to do mass deportation, we're going to import as many Indians as possible to take all these tech jobs. You wonder why people are upset? I don't wonder why people are upset. Anyway, let's listen.
This is a very strange thing to say. He didn't feel anything at all. This was an enforcement of X's rules. That's just to be clear here. Nobody reported anything from the top down from his end. This was literally stated.
I've posted a lot of FEC records in the past.
Right. So there was an address in there. That address is personal information. As such, X acted on this, making sure that the personal information along with the post is gone. That's it. Nobody felt way about this.
There be,
Can we talk
why
about
can't
the
there be some
immigration?
kind of why can't there be some kind of a resolution? Or why can't there be a probationary period? Why does it have to be so, I guess,
There
severe?
was. You literally just got locked out. You can be glad you're still here, because normally this falls under the category of doxing. You should be suspended.
Well, and
You got a 12-hour lockout. That's nothing.
Yeah, and I'm asking.
People
and
have been
I'm
punished for
asking
way
in a-
worse.
Okay, I'm asking in a good faith effort what I can do to restore my verification because I am a citizen journalist and I use the platform.
Wait.
Hold on.
And I
Okay.
That's what you could do.
hold on.
Wait.
wait for what?
Here's some good
Laura,
steps.
Laura, let me be completely honest with you. Let me say one thing, okay?
Jordan,
We
again,
understand you,
being
you
an
said
idiot.
sorry, okay? We get it. But here's the thing. You let an address out for somebody who's a lot smaller than you. You have to think about it. A plus B equals C. You have 1.4 million.
For a government official on a public form. He has a lot less Twitter followers than you do. He's a government official now.
He had 500
If you don't like it, don't work in the government.
followers. You're literally sending people to like low-key kill him if you go against him. It's not right. That's just
I did not
equals C.
say anybody should go kill him or do anything. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's why the enforcement
when
is.
you have
But
a
understand? No,
platform.
stop. Everybody, stop. That's why the enforcement is so strict. Do you understand?
okay, I
When you
understand.
have
And I'm
when you have a
asking.
Hey, Roslyn. Thank you for the super chat. How's the shawl coming along? It's coming very slowly, but I'm just enjoying the process, Roslyn. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day.
platform.
What I'm
when you have a
asking is
platform-
what can the solution be so that everybody can calm
Wait.
down so that
Okay, but
Wait.
hold on.
I think
Wait,
just
let's
waiting.
review the case.
Hold on. Okay, before that, if you have a large following, you automatically have to have some responsibility. You have to take some responsibility. You have to make sure that look, nobody, like, even if you don't advocate for someone to go and kill someone else, you have to realize a percentage of my followers are automatically retarded. If I put this post out, someone is going to lash out. Someone is going to react badly. And this could result in someone getting hurt. And that, if you truly believe in Trump, if you truly believe in the MAGA movement, if you truly believe in, conservatism, whatever you believe in, if that happens and it's on you and they report you're close to Trump, you're close to this, you are damaging the very movement that you want to protect. You want to push.
No, this is so who is speaking right now is Auda. Adrian is not. Adrian is the one that sounds like Elon Musk. This is Auda.
If bad things are associated because one of your followers did something bad, you have to also make sure to be more careful.
Okay, I understand that perspective. And again, going forward, well, I guess I'm not really able to practice my citizen journalism anymore because, like I said, people that want to subscribe to me, people that want to support my work are not able to do so now.
Hey, thanks, Rottweiler, for the super chat. It seems inconceivable to some that Musk's stuttering and mumbling can't be acting in public. A lot of politicians do it all the time. Act dumb in front of the cameras, but be Mephistopheles behind the scenes. I mean, I think that could be. I also think that this probably is just an AI bot, but I could be wrong about that.
I will make a greater effort to make sure that everything is 100% blurred out, or maybe I won't even post FEC records. But
hey, Laura. So
Okay,
like,
here's
no, hold on, don't, no, hold on. Let me say one thing, please,
Jordan,
please,
idiot.
Laura. I know you've never worked in IT, and I know you've never probably worked at a customer service, but like, here's the thing. That ticket that of you appealing all that stuff all got escalated. I'm almost 100% positive, right? Somebody's going to review it, and you just have to wait. And
no, it doesn't say it's under
review.
No,
Don't interrupt.
Don't interrupt. That it's under review. I'm explaining this to you.
Okay.
It said that it was under review, and it's
listen,
gone.
Please don't interrupt. 2,500 subscribers is what you had, right? Think about on Christmas, somebody that's in IT is sitting there calling Stripe, trying to reinstate all of your stuff, and they can't do it because they need an approval from somebody that's a manager that's out, and they can't contact them. You need to just wait and hold on. It's just that simple. Like, if you're saying, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say this, Jeremy. Jeremy says, why no outrage for the doxing of Nick Fuentes? That's going to come up. And I'll just give you the too long didn't read for people who don't want to stay for the whole thing. In terms of Nick Fuentes being doxed, the answer from Adrian and Auda is going to be, well, you can't control that type of information on this platform, and a lot of people hate Nick Fuentes, and so a lot of people posted his address, and you can't possibly expect us to get rid of all the posts with Nick Fuentes' address. That's going to be the answer. They completely dismiss it when Nick Fuentes gets doxed, and not only got doxed, but almost got killed because of the dox on Twitter. That's perfectly okay in the minds of Adrian Dittmann and his co-hosts, but Laura Loomer accidentally posts part of an address that she thought she blocked out, and the Twitter annotate feature fucked up, and now she gets struggle sessioned for 2 hours by these assholes. Yeah, that's part of the problem, isn't it?
Just please wait. If you lash out and keep lashing out, you're not giving anybody a reason to help you.
I understand, and that's why I'm asking. I understand what you're saying, but I'm asking because I don't see it on my account, and I'm telling you, when I click to purchase premium, as I've done before, it's saying you cannot purchase premium because you already have premium, and it charged my card again today for premium, but it's not letting me have my verification. And also, it's insulting to me because, you know, I took it very personally in the age of Twitter 1.0 when Jack Dorsey would go around calling us like Russian bots. It's very dehumanizing in my opinion. And now I'm being called an op. I'm not an op, okay? I have strong views on immigration. And
nobody here is calling you an op.
Right.
No one here is calling you an op. We are specifically addressing the problems you have caused.
Yeah, and I'm
Adrian, this is just the surface, by the way. We're going to get into other things down the line as well.
Okay.
But no, I'm explaining to you this narrative
damage
that's online right now. There's this conspiracy theory going around now online where people are saying it's an op. Jason posted it, David Sachs posted it, and my question is what is the op?
Okay.
Hold on, please. Can I ask something? Oh no, can I please quickly?
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
No,
So
actually, Adrian, let him talk. Yeah.
Laura,
when
for the time that you were verified, there's two questions. Did you change your profile name and profile picture during the time you were verified? And were you verified through a VO with the little square badge, or were you just normal verified?
No, so I was always verified normally by myself. I haven't changed my profile photo in months, and I haven't changed my name because I'm aware that your verification goes away when you do that. And then there was a badge that I'd already paid for my own premium. And then there was a group, the conservative group, that said, oh, well, we'd like you to be affiliated with us and you can be a part of our organization badge.
I can't skip forward. I don't have chapters marked. All I have is an audio recording. You're just going to have to listen. And I think that was in a different Twitter space where that happened. That was with Dalton.
And I said, great, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And
Yeah, so
they gave,
when something happens to either that group or your own status, like a suspension or whatever, or even you deactivate your own account, the verification can go away for weeks. And that's not because they want to take it away, that's just how the system works.
okay, so I'm asking, what do I do to get it back?
I mean, here's a question. If Twitter has all these highly skilled Indian engineers working for them, I'm sorry, X. If X has all these highly skilled Indian engineers working for them that are in the top 1% or 0.1% of all engineers in the world that they had to get the H-1B visas for, why can't they fucking fix the problems on Twitter? That's the question I have. There are so many problems on Twitter. Twitter is buggy AF. The spaces bug out all the time. They especially glitch out in the browsers. A lot of times I can't even open my DMs in the browsers because I'm in a bunch of group chats, and Twitter in the browser can't actually keep up with the number of DMs that I get. Twitter takes away verification badges for days or weeks on things that you've paid for, by the way. There are times if I change my profile picture, there are times I can't stream on Twitter for days, even though I've paid for the ability to do so, just because it takes that long to re-verify the account. By the way, my account is already ID verified, and so I actually uploaded my physical ID to them, and it has an ID verified notification, but that doesn't stop the verification from going away. Twitter has this bug where it looks like you unfollow people that you follow. Like the follow button flickers in and out. It looks like people aren't following you that do follow you. Like there's so many bugs on Twitter right now. So in the midst of this H-1B visa discussion, why can't all the highly skilled Indian engineers that work for Twitter on the H-1B visa program, why can't they fix the problems?
Wait,
frankly, I
literally
think
wait.
like
So hold on.
You have to
hold
wait.
on.
You have to literally
Yeah,
wait.
unless you can get unless
Also,
you can get someone high up in the company that can fix it, I think waiting just a few weeks is the best solution.
Well, that's why I'm
Also, a
asking.
good-
That's why it's obvious that people have had, and I know for a fact that people have had conversations with Elon Musk about my account. And obviously he's upset with me, but I think that for the sake of moving on and for the sake of us putting President Trump first and the sake of us kind of toning it down publicly,
Laura,
because
nobody's
obviously
mad at
things
you.
are very heated. He's very mad at me. He thinks I'm a troll, and I'm not.
No,
I'm not
That is
mad
not
at
him
you.
being mad.
It's about
That
the
is not
fact-
him being
Okay.
mad. He's just making the assessment that you are trolling on the timeline. And I'd say, okay, so what would you rather be called, a racist or a troll?
A troll, but I'm neither. And I
Good.
think
There you
Elon
go.
Musk would find that I'm actually a very reasonable person, and I'm grateful. I
Okay.
I praised
So-
him. I was very grateful. Let me just say,
You
I was
called
very
in-
grateful.
You called Indian
I know what I
immigrants
said.
third world invaders.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Elon Musk called Americans retards. Elon Musk said Americans don't have any work ethic, don't have any culture. He called us all subtards. He called everyone racist that questions the H-1B visa program at all.
I'm not denying.
There's a bunch of other
things
things
got
that you said
heated.
about him as well, and various other people that I
I
can
know.
pull up, which
I know.
will
Yeah.
I'm
cement,
not
Also-
denying
I think,
it.
the
I'm
argument that
saying
you
that
could be
things
called
got
racist.
heated. Elon Musk also tweeted.
He's
and
not mad
mind
at you. He's
people
simply
are
calling you a
saying it was
troll
from
because
Tropics.
do you want to be called? Like, here's the thing. Was your intention to troll or was your intention to be actually racist?
Neither.
I was trying to raise awareness about an issue.
No. You answer. Were you trying to be a
I was
troll
trying
or were you trying to be a
I was
racist?
trying to.
Now, neither. Laura Loomer wasn't trying to be a troll, and she wasn't trying to be racist, because Laura Loomer is neither a troll or a racist. But listen to how this Adrian asshole manipulates this entire situation.
I'm not a racist. I was trying to raise awareness.
Okay, good.
about
Then
an
you were
issue,
trolling,
and
yes?
Perhaps,
I don't think it's
well,
either.
when
Adrian.
you say it's trolling, it kind of.
I think it definitely should be because it's either or, realistically. You are either saying
No,
these
I'm
things
not
to
a
troll or you're
racist.
saying these
If
things
you-
to be racist. Either one of these. It's very binary.
If he says, all I'm saying is, if he says,
So
I'm
he's
a
not saying
troll, I
anything.
find
He's
it
not saying
offensive.
anything. I'm asking you.
He did. He called me a troll. I'm not a troll. I'm not a racist.
Yes, you did. So do you want to be called a troll or you want to be called a racist? Because either way, these kinds of things can be defined.
Neither.
Adrian, I don't think it's fair to put her in either of those two categories if she doesn't think she is.
Do you want me to read out all of the
Neither.
statements?
Yeah,
Both
I
of those.
mean, exactly, everyday therapist. This is the same thing as saying, when did you stop hitting your wife? Exactly.
things are about
No,
intent.
we've read the
So you can't.
statements. I really just want to get back to doing my investigative journalism.
you?
To be honest, I really just want to support President
Okay.
Trump, and I was looking forward to going to Washington, D.C. and supporting the confirmation process and working hard to support President Trump's agenda. And
Well, this is
Laura,
really
can I ask you
clearly
a
not
question?
working because you're going actively against the people that were chosen by the administration.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
So it's really not helping. Now, before,
I
oh God, everybody
personally-
shut the fuck up. Everybody shut up. Lawyer Cat goes next.
Why is Adrian Dittmann so personally invested in this entire situation? Why are his emotions so strong about this entire situation if he's not Elon Musk or directly connected to Elon Musk in some way? It makes no sense at all.
This is not X customer service. Why
Lawyer
are you
Cat.
here for this?
Lawyer Cat.
Drama
Wait,
addressing,
hold
I
on.
think.
Can I just say?
But yeah, go ahead.
Because
No, John.
everybody is
John.
trying
Shut the
to
fuck
talk
up or I'm
about
booting you
this.
from the
because
stage. Laura's speaking.
I wanted to get some feedback because I haven't been able to get any customer service, and I reached out to Premium and I never got an email saying that my Premium service was ended. I simply saw that my blue check was under review, and now it's not saying under review anymore. It says get verified. And when I click the get verified button, it doesn't allow me to verify my account. So I was hoping that people could provide me with some answers because I'd really
All right.
like to
So-
be able to get verified again.
So, Laura,
Who here?
hold on. Wait.
One more question.
Okay, fine.
Who here do you think works at X and could do something about this?
I don't know who works at X. I saw the other night on Adrian's space that there were a few people who had X in their bio and indicating that they perhaps work for the company. But again, I'm asking questions about how I can get my verification back and if other people have experienced this and what the best
right.
solution is because I'm
Laura.
solution oriented and I want to get back to having my verification. I feel like my identity has been taken because
Okay.
a blue
Laura.
check is supposed to verify your identity, and it's not. That's how it was in the previous Twitter, and that's how it is now as well. And when you're not verified, you get ranked as spam, and that's what's happening. I've screen recorded it. When I post, it's now saying that it's probable spam, and I feel
Hey,
like
can I
I'm
ask you a question?
humanized.
Hold on, wait. Let me make more. So a good way to start would be to take some responsibility, issue an apology post, and admit that you weren't targeted for the political view, but because you broke the terms of service. That would be a good place to start.
I already made a post saying earlier, and I sent it to Blythe. I said that
Send it
I wasn't
to me,
trying to
Laura.
dox.
Laura, send it to me. Send it to me.
Jordan.
I said I wasn't
it to
trying
me.
to dox, and that if I caused Serum harm, I apologized. I said I was sincerely sorry for
Now,
that.
I
but
have a
wasn't
question
willing
for
to
you, and I want you to
apologize for
answer
my
this
views on
honestly. All
immigration.
right. You do
Yes, he
realize
was
that
really
your show is
apologetic.
still
Yeah, that's true.
verified, right? Your show's still verified. So it's not like they stripped you of everything. They just took yours away while conservative lost theirs. Okay.
But my show though doesn't have the ability to have my subscribers, and so my account for my show doesn't qualify for subscriptions, and so
Laura, I understand that, but here's the thing: you're going around what I originally said. Imagine there's a guy that has to go and reinstate 2,500 subscriptions after they just got refunded on Stripe. You're not thinking about the one guy who has to get all of that approved. He has to sit there and wait for his manager between Christmas and New Year's where people are on vacation. That's why we keep telling you to wait. It's a big.
Then perhaps X shouldn't have de-verified Laura Loomer in the first place. Perhaps X shouldn't be suspending and banning people for things that are just disagreements with Elon Musk. Perhaps X and the people who work at X, the highly skilled H-1B visa engineers from India, perhaps they shouldn't be fucking around in the fucking first place. And if the highly skilled Indian H-1B visa engineers working at Twitter weren't fucking around, perhaps none of these problems would be happening at all.
Amount, right? You're a big account. We know who you are. Every person in here knows who you are, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, there you go. There's your ego stroke. We know. Everybody knows. Why don't you just hold on and wait? And once you get an answer and a reply, then you can jump to conclusions and you can say this, that, the third, Elon hates me, da 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 da. But don't forget, conservative also lost their badge because of your doxing, right? So while your verification is also in review in that amount.
Let's talk about that. Why is another account losing their verification because of something Laura Loomer did? Why did 15 or 16 groypers get banned, permanently banned, because an affiliate of an account they were also affiliates with got banned? Like, listen, this whole thing shows there is no point. In fact, it is dangerous to invest in a gold check on Twitter. A gold check on Twitter costs $1,000 a month, and then $50 additional for every affiliate with that gold check account. The rules on Twitter are currently that if one affiliate does something or gets banned for some reason, then every affiliate with that gold check account gets banned if one person gets banned. Why would anyone invest in this? It makes no sense. When Laura got demonetized, the conservative OG account that she was an affiliate of, it lost their verification. All of the other affiliates, regardless of if they paid for premium or not, also lost their affiliation because of something that happened to Laura Loomer. When Dalton got permanently banned for disagreeing with Adrian Dittmann in a Twitter space, the Project Grape account that he was an affiliate with also got permanently banned, and 15 other fucking grapers also got permanently banned that had nothing to do with it. So why are people paying Twitter $1,000 a month for these gold check accounts if something happens to one of the accounts, every other account gets permanently fucked over? It makes no sense. Why aren't the highly skilled Indian H-1B visa engineers who work at Twitter, why aren't they fixing this problem?
Amount of subscribers just got refunded, that's an instant red flag in somewhere in a system. You've never worked in IT, you don't understand that. Like, you don't understand how these processes work. It has to go through steps. Like,
also 14 minutes ago,
you can't just walk in. You literally can't walk inside of a store and demand answers every single time. It's a company. It's Fortune 500, okay. Correct? Like, stop trying to deface people and cause chaos because you haven't got an answer in what you're considering a good amount of time.
Well,
it's
that's what I'm asking. Though. What is the period that I have to wait? You can say wait all you want. Is it waiting for a week? Is it 6 months?
I literally cannot see the apology. Holy shit, you posted a ton of stuff.
I know, because I'm upset. I've been very upset. I'm very upset.
It's like you're making the apology, but then you're undoing everything you said.
Okay. So
you're undoing the apology
just
by continuing
14 minutes ago, you said this is censorship. I understand you don't like me, but this is nothing but retaliatory censorship.
Well, because he replied to Mario's tweet where he said, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. And he said, yes. How am I supposed to react to that other than, okay, it's retaliation? And then today, Ian Miles Chong made a comment calling me Al-Qaeda when I'm like one of the most outspoken people against Islamic terrorism. And he then posted an emoji laughing about it, almost agreeing with the fact, or really just agreeing with the fact that I'm a terrorist. That's not nice. It's actually very upsetting to me because as somebody, chaos. I'm just explaining.
Can you send me your actual apology because I simply cannot find it? Can you even find it yourself?
Blythe, can you please forward it to him? I just sent
it. Sure. Yeah, I can forward it.
Look at the chaos.
Maybe people can't relate to this.
Look at this. Did you just hear that? Otto was like, "Look at the chaos that you have caused, Laura Loomer, over the past." Are you serious? Look at the chaos that you have caused, woman, over the past 4 days, for disagreeing with Elon Musk. That's how this started. Laura Loomer has a political disagreement with Elon Musk. Laura Loomer and a lot of people have a political disagreement with Elon Musk. In fact, if you ask Grok right now what the public sentiment is on this H-1B visa thing, like 80 to 90% of the people weighing in on this issue disagree with Elon Musk and agree with Laura Loomer. The vast majority of people who are speaking out on this are on Laura Loomer's side. And these assholes are like, Laura, Do you understand the chaos that you've caused? By disagreeing publicly with Elon Musk. How dare you, Laura? You will issue a public apology for this. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? How is this any different before... how is this any different from when Twitter was owned by Jack Dorsey? This is actually worse. Because at least under Jack Dorsey, there weren't public struggle sessions to try to gaslight people into agreeing with the owner of Twitter and forcing them to publicly apologize and bend the knee if they didn't.
Or maybe people can't empathize, but as somebody who has...
You talk too much. You're worse than a leftist politician, and I've argued with leftist politicians before.
I'm explaining to you why I'm so upset, and I want their...
Okay. We know why you're upset, but you're upset for all the wrong reasons. You should be upset at your own actions. Now I'm going to read your apology thing next.
You are upset for the wrong reasons. You should be upset based on your actions.
But the amount of chaos that you have caused, directly caused, and refused to back down, you could have literally, after making this post and deleting it and after getting your account unlocked, you were even on Spaces. You even had the ability to go onto Spaces. Even after all of this, you could have just said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I accidentally didn't blur out this part of the address. You can take this however you want. I did not want this to happen. I am very, very sorry about this. Finish. Send it out there. Continue as you did before. Instead, you opted to making up a bunch of bullshit with the Conservatives OG account, getting a whole bunch of racist people in there to fucking support you, including a guy who's a fucking professional anti-Semite, if there is such a thing, to support you as...
He's talking about Dalton there when he says the professional anti-Semite.
Well, which is the wildest thing I've ever seen. I did not think I had that was even possible, or that you could have that on the 2024 bingo card. Holy shit, that was insane. That happened yesterday and the day before. Like, all of this kind of stuff, you've caused so much chaos, and you could have simply avoided all of this if you wanted to, which you didn't, because you could have done this. You could have just simply said, I am sorry, not been rhetorical, and just ended this from the get-go, but you did not. Instead, you drummed up a bunch of chaos, caused massive amounts of harm, mobilized entire armies of dumb ideologues to try and be racist against other people where they can't even read fucking statistics. Oh, and by the way, those people are after my ass now as well.
Good. Good. If you're going to be doing shit like this, you should have people criticizing you. In fact, I think, like, everyone, like, if you're on Twitter, make it your business to criticize this asshole, to expose this asshole, to talk about what he's doing, because this should not be acceptable. This is the type of behavior that should absolutely be socially ridiculed to the point where they find it just completely impossible to continue to operate in this manner, because this is gaslighting. This is gaslighting. This is a fucking psyop to try to make people who have valid political opinions that are not racist, that are not anti-Semitic. The whole goal of this is to get those people to silence themselves. How dare you cause this chaos by expressing an opinion that I disagree with? Go fuck yourselves.
Congrats for that.
I didn't orchestrate the Spaces. I don't control the account.
You didn't orchestrate. You directly influenced and drove the orchestration. There's a difference, but that difference is very small.
Well, I think everybody's responsible for their own individual actions. So
I don't know why that mute button thing keeps coming off.
I said everybody's responsible for their own individual.
All right, Laura, what would you have done if the fact that you had posted that led to him being murdered? Would you then say, oh, everyone's responsible for their own actions?
Yes.
As I said before, I was not trying to dox him or cause any harm to him. I blurred out the image, and I am sorry if the information was not fully blurred. I apologize if it was not properly blurred out. And I hope that people can accept that apology. If not, I understand. I thought that it was blurred out. I promise you, I thought that it was blurred out. But I understand. I understand that, you know, people are going to be upset, and I lost my verification.
It's not people are going to be upset. You caused a massive amount of chaos after an action was taken against your account. That's what you did. There's a difference here. And I'm going to read out, just for the sake of it, I'm going to read out the
Actually,
apology
Adrian,
that you wrote.
Adrian, hold on, wait, before that. Could you address the thing with Nick Fuentes' thing being left up?
Oh, here we go. So, as a reminder, Nick Fuentes' address was doxed on X, got over 30 million views, was reported ad nauseum over and over and over again. Twitter didn't do anything about it until after Nick Fuentes almost got killed. And then, the day that Nick Fuentes almost got killed, and he announced it on their platform, and he posted videos of a guy showing up at his house with a gun and a crossbow and a backpack full of things that he was going to use to set the house on fire. Then, magically, all the posts with Nick Fuentes' address started coming down off of Twitter. Magically then, after someone almost killed Nick Fuentes, then Twitter could remove the posts. But it couldn't do that for weeks before, because those posts were up for a month before Twitter actually did anything about it. So to compare that with what Laura Loomer did, which was accidentally post a portion of someone's address, which she changed within half an hour and then was later deleted, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. X actually enforced it in Laura Loomer's case. In Nick Fuentes, they just let the address just exist on the platform, 30 million views, until someone shows up at his house and tries to burn it down. Let's see what they had to say.
Because I'm having a ton of people asking about that.
Yeah, and I tried.
Did she cut out?
Yeah.
No, I was saying I tried mentioning that in my post earlier as well, that people on this platform with premium access were posting Nick's address, and it led to him almost getting assassinated at his door. So my question is how
Yes,
do those
so if
people...
you knew that, why did you not take the precaution with the guy you were doxing now? You knew that Nick had almost gotten assassinated because of that, and you didn't take the precaution when
I did take the precaution. I told you that I had thought that it was all the way...
You clearly did not. As a quote-unquote citizen journalist, before you send anything out to the extremely large fan base that you have, you should look at the image again and again and again, fucking send it to your friend and say, is every personal piece of information completely obfuscated? And then send it out, which you clearly either did or did not. I can't tell. I don't really know. Then the next thing, so then what happened next is you actually did issue the apology post, which was, I was posting FEC records, which are public information. I was not trying to inflict harm on anyone. If Sriram felt as though that's the part that's bullshit, that's the part of it which is bullshit, I was trying to dox him. I sincerely apologize.
Hang on, I didn't know this. It also gets ignored that Nick's parents were doxed at the same time. After the incident, I got a dozen notifications from reports I made for his parents. I suspect they would have been easier targets, and thank God they're okay. Yeah, thank God they're all okay.
Apologize for that. I promise I wasn't doxing. I believe more speech is the answer, not less. Now, here's the thing. You said if Sriram felt as though I was trying to dox him. No, nobody felt anything. You did dox him. You did leave the public information in there, and you refused to properly vet it, which led to this being out there, if you are to be believed, which is insane. Anyways, X then had to deal with it by removing this post from the timeline for the safety of the individual whose public information was left in the FEC records. There's nothing wrong with posting the FEC records. What is wrong, however, is leaving personal information within these FEC records unobfuscated, which is exactly what you did. And you still haven't properly apologized for it. You said if he felt as though he didn't feel shit.
I just did.
Hey, Laura, I'll make you a deal right now.
You still haven't apologized for it. You still haven't bent the knee enough to me, Laura, for all the chaos that you caused for disagreeing with Elon Musk, Laura.
Deal right now. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse. And everybody in here, how many is this? 2,000 people as my witness, right? Post exactly what Adrian just said as your tweet. And apologize. Apologize properly. Apologize properly. And maybe I'll go to bat for you. Maybe.
All right. Before that, Adrian, can you
Everyone should block this Jordan asshole. Honestly, like, he is the biggest waste of space that exists on that entire platform. Like, and it's not because he's black, it's because he's a fucking retard. Before anyone calls me a racist. There are many smart black people in the world. Jordan is not one of them.
address the whole Nick Fuentes shit? Because people won't stop shutting the fuck up about it and constantly whining.
All right, okay. I'll explain to you what it was. So someone, I'm not even sure what the source of it was, posted his address. Right, now this was a smaller account from what I could have seen. But anyways, this individual posted it, then a whole bunch of people quote posted it like absolute fucking mad. That account then got suspended, but a bunch of people screenshotted the original post and spread it around the platform like wildfire because everybody wants to see this fucking guy fail. If you have a platform that is as large as his and you have as many people coming after him as he does, then you have basically more of a hate following than you do an actual following, right? Because they kind of want to get under your skin as much as possible, and he kind of does that for entertainment or whatever. I don't fucking know what he does, really. He's a fucking insane individual. Anyways. So, as a result of this...
Nick Fuentes is a fucking insane individual. I've never looked into it, and he almost got fucking murdered because his address was doxed to over 30 million people on X for over a month, and X refused to amuse it. But it's Nick Fuentes that's really the problem, because a lot of people hate Nick Fuentes, and he's absolutely insane, and I'd never looked into it at all, and I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, because I'm an ignorant fool that just wants to flex my fucking power on Twitter to feel like a big man. Did I get that right?
There are many people who just wait for an opportunity to shit on him in some way or cause him massive amounts of harm. And as such, that then gets spread all throughout the platform. Now, the issue is, if you have so much information coming out from places that you couldn't really nail down, pin down, or predict, then there's going to be some stuff that's left up and then dealt with at a later date, a date that is probably maybe a day or so. So if you deal with it, I can't speak for X. I just know that for myself personally, and I've dealt with a lot of information vetting and transmission systems. It's a fucking long story. Anyways, when you deal with this much information, and when you deal with that level of a viral incident on a platform that is that big, this big as X is, it is nigh impossible to scrub absolutely everything. And if you did, that would be an absolute miracle. And
one of the posts with Nick's address that was left up had over 16 million views. That was on one single post. And you're telling me X couldn't have pulled that down? And by the way, the person who posted that did not get suspended. They deactivated their account after someone showed up at Nick's house to try to kill him.
People worked overtime to prevent that from happening. Like, that it spread some more.
Consider the fact that with this specific case, it came from your individual account, which is a massive account, whereas with that, it came from a bunch of accounts.
No, but Milo Yiannopoulos was the one that posted it. He did post it, and then what happened was people mass reported Milo, and there's actually screenshots of him sending money to an X user saying, if you send a Latin King gang member to Nick's house, I'll send you this money. And they posted that, and he used the DMs to send those messages.
I don't know if that shit is even real. My dude, I don't even know if that shit is real. You've lied so much within the last couple of days. I cannot believe a single word that comes out of your mouth.
No,
I don't think anyone should either.
He posted, people.
If I cannot see this directly, and unless somebody can verify this, other than you, by the way, or any one of your weird friends, I'm not going to trust it and just assume it's false. Because I have no other reason to believe it in any capacity. Because
I'm not going to research anything that is inconvenient to my narrative, and someone that I trust must show me this information in a way that I trust it. Otherwise, I'm not going to believe you, because you just lie, Laura. You lie, and you just caused all this chaos because you disagreed with Elon Musk, and you caused all this chaos, and therefore I am not going to look at any evidence that goes against the narrative that I am trying to sell on my Twitter space, where I'm gaslighting thousands of people who disagree with Elon Musk to make them feel like they should keep their mouths shut, because I'm an elitist fucking douchebag whose only job is to gaslight people on the internet who say inconvenient things. Who the fuck is this? Is this Elon Musk? Is this a psychotic person who's obsessed with Elon Musk? Or is this some sort of AI bot? I honestly, guys, like this is actually not an unimportant question. This is becoming more and more and more influential. I'm not even going to call this a person, because I'm not convinced that this is a person. And quite frankly, anyone that's on that platform, we deserve answers about what the fuck this is.
Lied so much on so many levels that I can't even believe myself talking to you right now. It's insane.
Well,
Like,
other
literally every
people
single
just-
thing
Laura,
was a lie.
Laura, I want to ask you a question.
And honestly, I mean, like, I think this is some sort of AI bot that Elon is fucking with. And if Elon is creating some sort of AI thing to try to influence public discourse on his platform, then we all deserve to know that. And if no one wants to address this, everyone should just be blocking this account, honestly. Block his account, block anyone associated with him, don't go in their Twitter spaces, don't give them any attention. The only reason I'm even giving it attention now is to make sure people know about this, because not everyone was around on Twitter last night. But if this is Elon Musk, we deserve to know about it. If this is some sort of AI bot, we deserve to know about it. And if this is a psychotic person that's so obsessed with Elon Musk that they track everything Elon Musk says and does and every emotion they have, and they recreate it on these Twitter spaces, then Elon Musk should be honest about that.
Will you apologize?
Sorry for the
Your,
double mute. Go ahead,
your
Jordan.
thing cut out because they muted you. Say that again, Jordan.
I just want you to go on Twitter right now, or X, okay?
All right. If one more fucking person says this, I'm fucking banning you. Have you not heard me say about 15 times in this stream that I think this is an AI? Are you listening to what I'm saying, or are you just talking to talk? Because I'm getting really sick of people fucking saying this. Also, do you not think that the richest man in the world could have 2 different fucking phones? Do you think that's impossible? Do you think it's impossible for the richest man in the world to fake being in 2 places at the same time when all he has to do is own 2 fucking phones? Use your head.
Go post and put your heart into an apology and apologize correctly, okay?
Apologize correctly.
And I will help you out, okay?
I will say
bend the knee,
that-
Laura. Bend the knee to us.
And you send it to my
Apologize
DMs.
correctly.
Don't bullshit.
in the
It's already
way
been
that
10
we
minutes and you're still
demand.
here talking and running
because
and
my
running amok.
character,
I already
my
told
character,
you what to do. Adrian told you what to do. You refused
I know,
to do
but
it.
my character.
It's been 10 minutes, Laura, and you haven't apologized in the way that we are demanding you apologize. And you better apologize now. And you better DM it to all of us so that we can see your capitulation to our bullshit on your timeline. Everyone should be pissed off about this. This was wrong.
My
Just
character
stop
limit
and do it.
isn't that
Just
long,
stop and do it.
so I will have to
Just
post
stop and
it
do
in
it.
Stop
multiple-
talking,
You
Laura.
don't
Just
need
do it.
you don't need to be within the character limit for this one. It is that fucking easy to type out. Should I narrate it for you? Should I write it for you?
Please.
Should I? I'm being
I'll do
serious.
it. I
You gotta
if
be
you
fucking
want,
As
kidding me.
I'll
well.
do it.
As well. Because it clearly she won't type it. So just
I
in
will.
in
I
less
will
than
type it.
280 characters,
I'm doing
like-
it right now, Jordan. I'm doing it
Thank
right
you.
now.
And DM it to me, and I will go and make a phone call for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Holy moly, is it that hard to ask for help? You don't have to just run amok and just like literally. I just told somebody last night, you don't have to be fucking Machete. You don't got to run it.
I would sooner get my account banned off of that platform than ever go to Jordan and ask him for help. Just for the record, I would sooner get my account banned and be relegated over to Substack or any other place than ever suck the dick of any of these far inferior men. I cannot believe Laura Loomer allowed this to happen to herself. I really can't. I think it's just like, it's so gross and it's so fucking demeaning.
Into a building and shoot everybody up, kill everybody. When the one last guy's bleeding out, you ask for questions. Like, why can't you just say, hey, like, I'm sorry, and just actually say sorry, not tag everybody and cause so much chaos and damage. And like, you don't have to fish for clout, Laura. You already have it. When you fish for it even harder, look how hard everything's dipping down.
Okay.
You're
I'm not
sitting
trying to
there
get
complaining about
clout.
numbers.
I just want
The-
my
la-
verification.
This was
back.
last.
Let me be honest with you.
This was last night.
the last 2 days, if you would have just said, hey, I'm sorry, directly after you said, I feel like I'm misunderstood about my H-1B stuff. If you just immediately said, I'm sorry about doxing and I'm sorry about everything. Instead, look what you did. You just caused even bigger of a riot. You literally put gasoline on the fire. And then you're expecting people to go to bat for you? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I said that I would apologize if.
Then do it.
I
Then
said
do
that
it.
I would do it.
Do it, Laura.
Then do
Bend
it. It's
the
just
knee.
that simple.
Bend
Say
the
you're
knee
sorry.
to us, Laura. Just
you're
do
allowed
it.
to take
Shut
accountability.
the fuck up and
This
just
is
do
a
it,
case
Laura.
study on accountability.
Well, I understand that. I'm not sorry for my views on immigration, though, but I will apologize right now.
Thank you. That's all everybody wants is just an apology. You literally put a man's life in danger, whether you see it that way or not. That's the bottom line.
But remember,
can you see?
But remember, they have completely glossed over that Nick Fuentes got doxxed on Twitter to over 30 million views, and someone actually showed up at his house to kill him. Completely gloss that over. Explain that away. It is impossible for us to remove all the tweets with Nick Fuentes' address in it until the day after he almost gets murdered, and then magically they can remove all the tweets because they did. But Laura makes a mistake and accidentally posts part of an address, and oh my god, she almost got someone killed. These people can go fuck themselves right off.
Can you see why someone like Elon Musk, who literally had no other option than the H-1B visa to stay in the US, would obviously everyone agrees that there is abuse with the H-1B visa situation, and it's a fucked up situation, but right now there's a lot of shit coming.
I agree with this. I agree with this wholeheartedly. Listen, if this is the type of struggle session that is allowed on X, if Adrian Dittmann and his lackeys, his flying fucking monkeys, are allowed to engage in this type of struggle session on X for Laura Loomer, then we should all be struggle sessioning Elon Musk in exactly the same way until he gives us answers about why Nick's docs couldn't have been removed before someone showed up at his house to try to kill him. We should be doing exactly the same thing to Elon Musk every single day that Adrian Dittmann and his flying monkeys did to Laura Loomer last night, because apparently it's in Twitter's terms of service. We're seeing right now, this happened on Twitter for hours last night. So apparently this is fully within their terms of service. We're fully allowed. So all of us that care about Nick anyway, or people that just care about free speech in general, should be struggle sessioning Elon Musk in exactly the same way that Adrian Dittmann was allowed to struggle session Laura Loomer. 100%. And we should be doing it every single fucking day until Nick gets an explanation from Elon Musk about what happened and what's going to happen to change it, to change the reality that his address was on the platform for over a month and someone showed up at his house to kill him.
Out that is not correct whatsoever. But you have to also admit that a lot of the most intelligent people in the United States today came on the H-1B visa because they didn't qualify for the O-1 visa, they didn't qualify for the EB-1, they didn't have enough money for the EB-5.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? A lot of the most intelligent people in the United States today are not Americans. No, I don't have to concede that. No. I don't have to concede that, actually. No. You think America doesn't have intelligent people?
That's the reason they're defending it, because they personally would not have been able to stay in the US without it.
Also, the narrative shift that you've caused has gotten people to absolutely lose their minds. There's no other way that I can describe this other than somebody losing their mind, because they literally...
The narrative shift that Laura Loomer caused. So now we're really getting to the heart of it, aren't we? Because the problem is not that Laura Loomer doxed a personal friend of Elon Musk. That's not actually the problem. The problem is that Laura Loomer caused a narrative shift in which people went against what Elon Musk wanted politically. That is the real crime here. That Laura Loomer disagreed with Elon Musk, and oh my word, a lot of people agreed with Laura Loomer. And that caused Elon Musk problems. That's the real crime.
Advocated for the deportation of people such as Elon and Peter Thiel, who've contributed an invaluable benefit to the fucking United States of America.
Well, I don't think that you should be deported. So that's
I
gonna shut up my
know, but
mouth,
what you did had these consequences. And there is no amount of talking that you can do in order to get yourself out of that. You're going to have to own this. This is a stain.
You disagree.
You're going to have a bunch of
I
fanatic
understand
followers
what
that
I
are going to
mean.
forget this within 2 weeks. But many of us here will remember this for our lifetimes because this shit was insane.
Oh, I'm never going to forget listening to this struggle session. I'm going to remember what Adrian Dittmann and his flying monkeys did to Laura Loomer for the entire time that I'm on Twitter. And I'm going to remember that this all started because people politically disagreed with Elon Musk, who, by the way, if people don't understand this, Elon Musk employs, hundreds, maybe thousands of Indian immigrants on H-1B visas? The reason he does that is that he can pay Indian immigrants a lower salary and force them to work longer hours. Americans who can do exactly the same thing as the Indian immigrants expect a higher salary and don't work 80-hour weeks. But Indian immigrants come here for a lower salary on these H-1B visas and work more hours. Elon Musk employs hundreds of these people. If the H-1B visa program goes away, the salaries of all those positions go up, which means this is all about fucking money. This is not about a meritocracy. This is not about recruiting the best and the brightest. This is about Elon using the H-1B visa program to import cheap labor to take jobs that Americans are perfectly capable of doing because Elon Musk wants to pay them a lower salary so that he makes more money. That is the issue.
All right. Well, again, I said that I'm going to apologize, and all I can do is apologize. So at the end of the day, that's all I can do. I'm listening, and I'm showing a good faith effort, and it's recorded. Everybody can hear that, and I'm going to DM you my apology as soon as I post it. I just didn't want to have you hearing my nails tapping on the screen, clicking, being obnoxious. I'm typing it right now.
Jordan, I sent you the thing that you can send to Laura.
Oh, now they've written her apology for her. They've written it for her. Just post what we've written.
Laura's
By the
gonna
way,
Laura.
I have politely asked Laura to delete the chaotic posts. Just Laura, delete them.
Oh,
please.
and just make sure you delete all these other posts disagreeing with us.
Just please.
Make sure you disagree all these.
Like you don't have to incite
posts
chaos
too.
and cause a million people to lose.
Just delete all the posts in which you're critical of Elon Musk, Laura, and we'll give you your account back if you just delete all the posts that are critical of this policy position that makes Elon Musk millions of fucking dollars a year.
Their minds over the fact of one thing. If you remove it,
Okay.
I will stop what I'm doing on a Saturday night and I will go and ask for help. Okay.
All right.
That's it. That is it.
I want there to be peace, and I want people to focus on helping President Trump. And I will apologize for, again, I wasn't trying to intentionally dox, but I understand how it was perceived. And so I will do that. I don't want there to be
It's
chaos.
not perceived. It's not perceived. It's not perceived. Again, you're trying to dodge. It's not going to work.
I'm not
I know what you're
dodging
doing.
it. I take responsibility, but I wasn't intentionally like.
It is not a perceived action. It was a objective action. As outlined by TOS itself, this action that you took led to your situation right now.
Listen, I'm hearing this stuff that I've never heard before because I couldn't continue to listen to this last night. It's disgusting. We are listening to someone being bullied for having a political disagreement with a billionaire owner of a tech platform. And they have no shame. And they believe they're completely righteous in their actions. It's fucking gross. And when you add on to the fact that this is probably an AI bot that is modeled after Elon Musk, is Elon Musk actually this sociopathic? Because that's what this is. This is sociopathic. This is trying to make someone suffer to silence them from ever disagreeing with you again. That's what this is. This is about silencing Laura Loomer. This is about shutting her up. This is about sending a message that if you dare ever speak out against Elon Musk and his political positions again, there will be retribution for speaking out against it. And how dare you cause this chaos? And in addition to posting this apology that we're going to write for you, you will also delete all these tweets that caused this problem in the first place, because you are the problem here, Laura, because you dared disagree with Elon Musk.
Nobody felt anything. Nobody felt any way. You simply made a fuck up. And this fuck up was leaving someone's personal details in a bunch of public documents. That's it. No one's feeling any way about this. Stop dodging it.
Doxing does not require intent. You either posted the info or you didn't. And if you did, then you doxed. Period. And so when you say it wasn't intentional...
I understand. It was an accident. I'm not dodging accountability, and I am sorry.
But when you say it wasn't intentional, that is trying to mitigate your responsibility
No,
for
it's
what you
not.
act.
It's not, because if it was intentional, I wouldn't have edited the post. I'm not going to be told that it was intentional. I said that I did not mean for the information to be unmasked. I clearly tried to attempt to edit the photo. I wasn't aware of the fact that it doesn't clear it and that it stays up in an original form. I honestly thought that after a couple of minutes, it cleared it to the new photo. And I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
So yeah, and I don't think anyone thinks you did it intentionally, but just you did it. So why try to say?
And I said, okay, I own it and I'm sorry. What else do you want me to say?
Look, I'd really like if we could talk about the actual issue now. I feel like it's clear that the rule's broken.
Laura, please check your DMs.
Please post the apology I've just written
But
for
I
you,
think there's-
Laura.
I'm not talking about it anymore. I have a serious migraine from dealing with this. I haven't slept in 3 days. And I understand. I'm not trying to, I understand people have different views on this. And I agree that people should be able to have differing opinions on these issues. I'm not here to convince anybody of an issue. I already said what I said. I mean, I probably posted 300 tweets about my opinion on this, and everybody understands. It's all over the news. Everybody knows how I feel about H-1B. Everybody knows how I feel about Trump. Everybody knows how I feel about the de-verification of my account, and I want to be able to move on with my life, and I want to stop being classified as spam, because personally it's very triggering to be called spam. I think it's
I think you
upsetting
can
as
also
somebody
admit
who-
that perhaps it is extremely triggering to call people with a very specific race third world invaders. For no reason other than the fact that you're against H-1B. You're not addressing any part of why you're against H-1B. You're not proposing any solutions. You're not proposing any way to fix the problem that you think is there. You're not doing anything other than riling up hatred. And this is the problem with the majority of all influencers here. You talk a big game, you talk about all the stuff that you want to fix, but you have literally zero understanding of the system to the point where you can actually come up with a solution. And instead complain about the problem endlessly, amplifying it, making everybody mad about it, instead of actually solving the problem.
What exactly does Adrian Dittmann do? Does anyone know? What does his company do? Who the fuck is he? He wants to come on here and lecture Laura Loomer about, how dare you, Laura? You don't even have any solutions to these problems. You just want to create chaos on Twitter. That is exactly what this fucking bot is doing. No one knows who he is. No one knows what he does. No one knows why he's affiliated with a gold check account. No one knows what that gold check account does.
You could basically solve the problem. If you had the connections that you claim to have, then why don't you solve the problem? It's just the same shit like with what was done with Kamala. She's like, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to fix that. You're in power now. Why can't you fix it now? Because the result is you can't, because you don't know.
Okay, so here's also what I'm going to ask you.
I'm not an
Laura.
elected official. How am I
So,
supposed to fix their
do you,
immigration?
do you,
Good, then maybe you should stay
hold
out
on,
of it
Laura, this is
entirely.
something
Is
I'm
that
going
the
to ask
same
you.
argument? Yes, it is. It's a very fucking.
You're not an elected official, so you should not be expressing any opinions about politics at all. Just stay out of it entirely, and let let Elon Musk, who also is not an elected official, by the way. Just let Elon Musk handle it, Laura. Don't get in the way of his H-1B visa Indian fucking engineers.
Fucking stupid? Yes, it is. So yeah, don't use it. Don't use that argument. That is not an argument.
Okay, hold on. So this is what I'm going to. Do you not want the best for the country?
I obviously want the best for the country because I worked my ass off to help get Trump elected this election season. I put my life on hold so that I could help get him elected, and I believed from the get-go. And I would often, when you want to speak of trolling, I, for the longest time, would comment on every single one of Elon's posts and say, why haven't you endorsed President Trump yet? And eventually he did, and he donated to him, and I am grateful to that. I
So
obviously
here's the question I have for you. Trump obviously wants the best for the country as well. From his point of view, he has decided that Suram, even if he has Suram, how do you pronounce the name?
Suram.
Adrian.
Suram. Yes.
Suram, yeah. Suram, even if he has different politics, Trump believes that he has the best advice specifically for AI. So if he has
Trump is the worst hiring manager in the history of hiring managers, and everyone, this was a critique from 2016. This is a critique from 2020 in the campaign he ran then. This is a critique now. Trump is the worst hiring manager in the history of hiring managers, and every single person that Trump hires should be scrutinized and should be critiqued until Trump starts hiring better fucking people. Just because Trump makes a decision to hire someone does not mean he hired the right person, as evidenced by how many absolute fuck-ups Trump has hired in the past. This is a weakness that he has, and no one who works in any government job should be above criticism, and no one should treat Donald Trump as though he's the god fucking emperor that never makes a mistake. We are Americans. We are allowed to criticize our government officials, and people who, by the way, if this Adrian person is real, he's a fucking immigrant with a foreign accent. If this Outa person is real, he's a fucking immigrant with a foreign fucking accent, or maybe they don't live here at all. And why the fuck are we listening to non-Americans tell us what we can and cannot say about our elected officials? If you are an American citizen, you have the right to criticize the fucking government, whether you voted for them or not, whether you think that Trump is going to be a net positive over Kamala Harris or not. It doesn't fucking matter. We are Americans. We have free speech for a reason, and these assholes don't get to come in and tell us who we are and are not allowed to criticize just because they obviously and clearly have some connection to Elon Musk.
Has been willing to put away his differences, and if you believe that Suram hates Trump or doesn't like him or whatever, and they've managed to put away their differences because they want to work together to improve the country, why do you have a problem with that? If Trump has already determined that he thinks this is the best person for the job, despite the fact that they don't share the same politics, because even if you don't agree with the person, even if they have a different politics, everyone should still want the best for the country. And Trump was still willing to go with J.D. Vance. Trump was still willing to go with RFK Jr. because everyone still has a shared goal of what's best for the country, even if they don't agree on how to get there. So why did you have such a problem with him specifically?
Because
despite the fact,
because I have a very black and white perception of loyalty, and for me, I view governments and administrations as needing to be loyalist, and people have different opinions on this, and maybe it's, oh, who's the best person for the job? In my opinion, I feel that the best person for the job also should be who's the most loyal. And for me, when I see people trying to get into the Trump administration or being appointed into the Trump administration, and mind you, Serum's not the only person that I've called out who's been appointed to the Trump administration. I look at their records. I look at who they voted for. I look at who they donated to. And I just found it to be a little problematic that he's donating to Democrats a month before the presidential election. And it makes me
Do you
question
not think
people's
that it's
intentions.
possible for? Do you not think that it's possible that Elon and David Sachs told him, sit down with him, they discussed it, they put away their differences, he changed perspectives, perhaps,
Maybe,
because it's entirely possible.
maybe everything's possible.
Because Trump's not an idiot,
I know.
right? He's not going to put someone that's going to completely fuck him over in the administration.
Exactly.
If he does, he immediately fires them.
Okay. Well, a lot of
So just let him
times,
make the
a lot
decisions.
of people did fuck him over in the first administration, and that's why I am so aggressive in my approach. And some people don't like my tactics, but the reason why I'm so aggressive is because I want President Trump to be protected, and I want us to truly have an America First administration, and I don't want saboteurs to infiltrate the administration like they did the first term and then end up staging a coup against the president like they did in his first term. And so for me, as somebody who's followed and supported President Trump since the beginning, that is the lens that I view things from. And so maybe some people will say that it's too aggressive, or, oh, you need to give this person a chance. But that's I'm explaining to you how my mind works. And I view loyalty as being very black and white. I don't see things, I don't see gray matter. I really don't. I just see things in terms of black and white.
The last administration, Trump didn't have any experience, and that led to the issues that he had. He's already addressed that. This time he has better judgment because he already knows what's going on.
Well, we can hope. We can hope. I hope that's the case. I mean, that's what we're told. And, I love President Trump. I know President Trump. President Trump knows me. President Trump likes me. And I'm going to be working to help his administration as well. So Elon's not the only one. There's some of us too, and we all have to get along. So we're all going to be working to help Trump.
Will you be retracting the insults that you've made to the quote-unquote
No.
generalized group that are the tech pros?
No.
Tech bros.
No.
Will you take that back?
No. Go fuck yourselves.
Well,
no.
I have a lot of issues with a lot of the guys in tech. It's not just the people that I was criticizing online, including Elon. But as I was saying before, I've been subjected to years of deplatforming and dehumanization at the hands of people like Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey, who are tech bros. And
They are not tech bros. There are people in tech. The real tech bros are people that are friends with each other and do things together. You could say that Elon and a bunch of other people have this, and these people have given you a lot of freedoms, actually, or have contributed to things that have given you a lot of freedoms that you didn't have before under the people that are also still in tech.
These guys, maybe.
In tech.
Laura, guys,
I guess I'll never get that one out of you, to be honest, because I feel as though the talking point of tech bros is so powerful, you're never going to let it go. By the way, one of the people who's...
Why is it so important to this person that we stop criticizing the tech bros? Why is that so important? Why is it so important to him that Laura Loomer stop criticizing the tech bros? If the tech bros are working with Donald Trump, they are working in the federal government. That means they are worthy of our fucking scrutiny and our fucking criticism and his fucking hissy fit from someone that we don't even know who this person is. Why should we listen to him?
Supposedly, MAGA, is an individual who said, now tech freaks. I'm pretty sure we know exactly where this is going next. Right, so you've started something, a bunch of you started a bunch of things, and I would highly recommend that you just basically shut that down as well, because it's going to cause a lot of chaos and make
Just stop criticizing the tech bros, Laura. Just stop criticizing the tech bros. In fact, you should just stop paying attention to the tech bros entirely and don't ever question anything that we say or do ever. Because if you do question what we say or do, we are going to shut down your account and we're going to force you into a position where you are going to have to bend the knee to our bullshit in order to stay on the account. So just stop looking at what the tech bros are doing, Laura. Just stop questioning what the tech bros are doing. If you don't do it, there will be consequences for the chaos that you cause, Laura.
All of you look absolutely fucking stupid. People have brains,
what?
they have
Shut
eyes,
what
and they
down?
have ears, and there is no amount of
What down?
talk that you can
Can you
output
clarify?
that will at all
I'm not
convince
following
any of
what
these
you're
minds
saying.
or ears of any assessments that are somewhat conflicting with logic.
So
I'm
I don't know if it's
telling you
because the phone
this.
cut out, but what specifically do you not like about the term tech bro, and what do you want retracted?
I specifically have stated that what I don't like is the utilization of tech bros to discriminate against a bunch of people because you just so happen to disagree with them. You take a bunch of individuals, Elon and others included, lop them all up into one singular group, and then say all of these people are fucked up. That is fucked up.
I can't imagine why.
That
I
is
can't
what has been
imagine
done.
why she might do that.
And I would
They're
highly
not all
recommend. Now,
fucked
you
up.
individually,
They're
you
not all
cannot.
fucked up. A lot of them are fucked up, and Elon's
Yeah,
admitted
exactly.
this
That's
too.
the problem. That's the problem. You're taking a
They're
bunch of
not
people
all
that are definitely not fucked up.
but a lot of them are.
You are taking a bunch of people that are not fucked up who are in tech, and you are bunching them up, and you're putting them together in the same bucket as the people in tech who are fucked up, thereby passing off the whole bucket as fucked up, which is unfair to the people who aren't fucked up. You understand? That is your problem. That is a problem that you have caused, you've contributed to, and many others are contributing to.
I'm old enough to remember when Adrian Dittmann called everyone who disagreed with H-1B visas racist and anti-Semitic. So it kind of seems to me like he's grouping a whole lot of people into one bucket and calling them all an insult in order to silence them. And now he's admonishing Laura Loomer for doing exactly the same thing. I would love for HG Tudor to analyze this guy. Honestly, I was thinking a lot about HG Tudor when I was listening to this last night. I would kill for it. Well, maybe not kill. I would be very, very grateful if HG Tudor analyzed this guy because I really do think this guy is sociopathic.
To as well. And this whole thing is shifting to basically target these people more individually now, calling them tech freaks instead of tech bros. I myself have been called a tech bro. I don't really care about that. I think it's fucking hilarious as shit. He's like, what exactly am I doing in big tech? Anyways.
Well, I understand your perspective, but also I've been hurt by these people, and I want to see some results. I want to see some changes.
But lopping the people who have given you your ability to speak freely in with the same people that have taken that ability from you in the past is not fair and is bullshit.
Yeah, also the Indian community does not appreciate being called third world invaders. We're not rapists. I understand, you're very rightfully angry with H1.
I'm going to be honest. I normally don't care what race a person is. I normally don't care what country a person comes from. I'm literally married to a fucking immigrant, okay? I normally don't care about any of this. This whole thing is making me extremely racist towards Indian immigrants. Like, extremely. And it's just like, you know what? That makes me feel bad to a certain extent because they're good and hardworking Indian immigrants, and they sometimes make a great butter chicken, and I enjoy Indian food, and I would like to see a certain number of Indian immigrants stay in America to continue to cook me Indian food, especially butter chicken, and, a good sag paneer or, like, whatever. And so I feel really bad saying this, but I'm sorry. This whole thing with Elon Musk basically going to war to be able to recruit and import as many immigrant engineers as possible to replace Americans who could damn well do that job but would charge more money is making me incredibly racist towards Indian people. And yeah, I thought about this too. There are entire fucking YouTube channels dedicated to exposing Indian scammers. Like the people that call senior citizens and try to scam them out of money, they're always fucking Indian. Always. Every single time. So maybe sometimes stereotypes exist for a reason. If you want to come over here and open an Indian restaurant and cook me a good butter chicken, I am in favor of that. If you want to take American engineering jobs, I'm going to have some questions. because I believe that, fundamentally Americans suck at cooking Indian food. So that actually requires, immigrants. Americans do not suck as computer engineers. And I resent the notion that there are no Americans that can do the jobs that Elon Musk needs them to do. I absolutely resent that notion. It just doesn't make any sense.
B program, the immigration system, it is absolutely a concern. But like you've made like many millions of people, including something like under 1 million Indian Americans who voted for President Trump, furious. The Democrats are poaching these voters very aggressively, saying, oh, see, Trump doesn't like you. MAGAs don't like you. This is what they really think about you. A lot of money, work, and effort has been put in to recruit these wonderful individuals. And all they're just asking for is an apology just for some of the loose talk. It's a small gesture. It would really just make a lot of people just happy. Could you consider that in any way, Laura?
I've been called a white fucking devil by these fucking Indian immigrants for days on Twitter. You want us to apologize to them? No.
Why am I being asked to apologize for a conversation that millions of people participated in?
Exactly.
We either have free speech or we
No,
don't.
you
And
specifically participated in it from the perspective of contributing to this conversation by making remarks. These remarks specifically are the ones that people have an issue with. Participation from your end has been in the form of contribution, and in no uncertain volume, by the way. I can pull it all up if you'd like. You want me to narrate it to you, what you have said? It's insane that you don't remember this yourself, given that it's such a huge thing. Maybe you do it so much that you've forgotten, but that's exactly what this is.
Freedom of speech.
I haven't forgotten. I do not hate Indian people, though. I'm just explaining to you, Ustav. You've also DM'd me multiple times, and so it's really kind of ridiculous for you to say to me that I don't like Indians or that I'm disrespectful towards your people, Ustav, when you DM me regularly.
Wait, did you just say, hold up. Did you just say that I DM'd you with something?
No, I'm talking to Utsav. I'm talking to Utsav.
Yeah.
Outa.
So here's the
His
thing.
name's Outa, no?
Well,
He's referring to a different guy.
He's talking about the Utsav on stage.
Okay. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful that you respond to DMs. I'm extremely grateful. What I'm simply saying is some of the remarks you made recently has alienated wide swaths of the Indian American community, especially those who voted for President Trump and contributed to him. And it is very, very hurtful because they are not all rapists and they do not have these perspectives that you're making them out to have.
You have hurt
and
my
you've
feelings,
even questioned
Laura
or
Loomer.
implied
You have
about their
hurt my
loyalties to the country. It's caused a chilling effect.
I am an
It's
Indian
made them
immigrant and you
feel
hurt
like,
my feelings.
what the heck? I thought Laura was an advocate for the Indian community. She has spoken well of us in the past. She put out a very wonderful YouTube video defending us in the past. Why is she like so hostile now and saying all of these very crude comments about us? Why are we the victims of this? What did we do wrong to Laura? We've always supported Laura. Why the change? And they don't like it. They're very hurt. I'm not asking you to censor yourself.
You hurt our feelings,
just asking
Laura.
if you could consider apologizing to them because they're telling me.
Well, I'm sorry if people feel hurt. I just don't want my country flooded with more migrants. That's all. I want to reduce immigration, and I'm angry with the level of migrant crime in my country. I'm angry with the way that there's what some people would call reverse racism towards white Americans. I'm angry about a lot of things as it relates to the migrant
Yeah, but here's the
crisis in my
problem with
country.
this.
I'm
The
tired
reason
of
why
seeing
this type of
stories
stuff
of young
happens is
girls
because
getting
the
raped
flood
and
of
killed.
immigrants are illegal immigrants specifically. If you were to consider, say, a ratio, it would be 3 million illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants are not the ones taking the H-1B visa engineering jobs at Tesla. So no, they're not the only problem. There are multiple problems.
Right? And then you have
Well, there's a lot of immigrants.
85,000 legal immigrants. There's a difference, right? The problem is the illegal immigration, not the legal
No,
immigration.
those are H-1Bs.
Yeah, H-1Bs.
No, those
Sorry.
are H-1Bs specifically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Laura, we're one of the lowest committing crime communities in the country. We don't have this issue. And more importantly, to the point, what is this? You get raped on arrival. Like, you're basically like ostracizing millions, many millions of people who've never done anything personally wrong to you. Just the opposite. We talk about FEC records. Go look at your previous congressional campaigns. Many Indian Americans have given you, and
Yes,
they
I
like
know.
you.
I like Indian
They like you
people.
a
I like
lot.
Indian food. I don't just
They
like
like
Indian
you a
people.
lot,
It's
and they don't understand why you have to
yeah,
say these hateful things.
of
Just
course.
apologize. Why can't you just say sorry? I was pissed. Just say sorry and move on.
Just
Like,
apologize.
just
Just
so
bend
that
the
these
knee to
folks don't
us.
feel alienated. I want
Just
them
bend
to
the
support
knee.
Trump. They know you're a Trump loyalist. They know you do a lot for President Trump. They just want confidence. Reassure them, please.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I've spent a lot of time. Like I used to actually listen to like Scammer Payback, which is one of the big scammer YouTube channels, quite a bit actually. So I've spent a lot of time listening to Indian fucking scammers try to con senior citizens out of money, and it's an interesting YouTube channel, and people should check it out if they haven't. But like, if you've never heard the Indian people like trying to con senior citizens out of like thousands and thousands of dollars, go listen to one of the scammer channels, and it sounds exactly like the gaslighting that this guy is doing right now. Laura Loomer is entitled to have an opinion. If an Indian American feels personally offended because Laura Loomer expresses an opinion, that person needs to get a thicker set of skin. I'm sorry. Just because you don't like what someone says does not mean they owe you an apology. It does not mean they owe you shit. This is America. We are allowed to have opinions that other people disagree with. And if it makes you feel bad, then maybe you should learn to be more in control of your own emotions. And how many times does she have to apologize?
I do not hate Indian people. I do not have disparaging thoughts about Indians. I simply want to curtail the amount of migrants in my country, legal and illegal. And maybe that's controversial for people.
Yeah, but
but
does being racist help this effort somehow? Do you
I'm not
believe that that's what
racist.
that is?
I'm
No,
not
you have
racist.
made remarks that are objectively
There's Indians who
racist.
agree with me. There's Indians who donated to my campaign who DM'd me and said, "You're right. I lived in India. You're right." They've told me this. Like, I feel like I'm being shamed into apologizing for everything.
I feel like honest Indian immigrants would agree with Laura. I feel like, if we want to talk about the fact that there are good immigrants from India and there are bad immigrants from India, fine. Of course there are good immigrants from India. Of course there are. But you know what? If they're a good immigrant from India, they're going to acknowledge that there are a lot of bad immigrants from India as well. And there's the reasons that people have the stereotypes they do. And so if you're one of the good immigrants, maybe you should acknowledge the bad apples in your own bunch and acknowledge that people have the opinions that they do for a reason. Yeah, he mostly, for the H-1B visas, Jennifer, he mostly hires from India. Yeah.
I'm going to apologize.
You should actually. You should apologize for every single thing that you did that is fucking wrong and that has robbed most people off of Christmas. Although I must say, the people who has robbed off of Christmas are people that kind of wanted to kind of get away from Christmas in a sense, I think. But the point still stands, right? You took the worst time of the year to unleash the worst controversy of the entire campaign.
No.
You realize this, right?
Well.
Also, Elon Musk has 3 children with an Indian woman that works for him. So there's that factor as well.
By the way, out of every single group here and every single community on X, we are the only ones who are actually willing to have a discussion around accountability without being absolute pieces of shit about it, in a sense that we just support people.
One in the chat, if you think that this discussion has gone on without them being absolute pieces of shit. 2 in the chat if after listening to this, you would say that they've behaved like pieces of shit. 1 in the chat if they have not been pieces of shit. 2 in the chat if they've kind of been pieces of shit. Let me know your opinion. Let's see. We've got a 2. We've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh gosh, chat jumps. 2, 2, 2. So many 2s in the chat. The chat is filled up with 2s. There's not a single fucking 1 because they've been pieces of shit this entire fucking conversation. They are struggle sessioning Laura Loomer like fucking leftists. They are pretending that Laura Loomer is responsible for everyone having an opinion that disagrees with Elon Musk. They are trying to make Laura Loomer apologize for things she has no business apologizing for at all. The display in this entire thing has been absolutely fucking disgusting. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Kazmar. I do appreciate you. This is not a discussion. This is a struggle session. This is a leftist style struggle session. That's all this is. We haven't seen a struggle session this bad we have not seen a struggle session this bad since Evergreen State College. This is an Evergreen State College level struggle session. And it happened on Twitter last night with Elon Musk's sociopathic alt account. This should terrify everyone, guys. It really, really should. Again, and this is why I'm bringing this up. For people who maybe joined a little bit late, I think there's one of 3 possibilities with this account. Either this account, Adrian Dittmann, is Elon Musk's alt account, and this is actually Elon Musk. Either this account is psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk, or this is some sort of AI bot that Elon Musk is experimenting with, and it's not a real person. Those are the 3 possibilities. If this account is Elon Musk, we damn well deserve to know that. If this account is just a normal person that's psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk to the point where he is gaslighting people on his platform to try to agree with everything Elon has to say, we deserve to know that too. And if this account is an AI bot of some sort, we deserve to know that too. We should have answers about what the fuck this account is.
That are trying to damage the system for no other reason than the fact that they are ideologically in opposition to whatever Elon or various other people who work at X believe. Right? So we're one of the only people here that are willing to actually address what's going on and are trying to get you to say something that somewhat amounts to an apology, because this is what the people want.
And I'm posting my tweet for Serum right now. I'm posting
Jordan,
an apology.
Okay.
Jordan, did you vet the thing? Is it nice? Is it good?
So now these assholes have literally written the apology that they demand Laura Loomer posted. Laura Loomer has already apologized multiple times. She's already tweeted out apologies. She has apologized no less than a dozen times in this conversation. But no. None of that was good enough. Jordan, the moronic fucking black asshole, and I'm not saying this because he's black, I'm just stating the simple fact that he is black and he's also a fucking moron, has written an apology for Laura Loomer, and they have demanded that Laura Loomer post exactly the apology that Jordan has written for Laura Loomer to post.
Can you at least consider saying sorry to the Indian community if they felt hurt, offended? Can you at least consider a small apology?
No. Okay, no. Let's not force her into doing that. But she can consider
let's not go that far. Let's not go that far.
Like directly attacking someone or causing harm is way worse than just the community.
Yeah.
If she feels like it, she can do it. But if she feels like it, she can do it, but she doesn't have to do it. And I don't think we should pressure her to do it. Because if we do try to pressure her into doing it, then it's not genuine.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
I just posted my apology, by the way, so I'll DM it to you, Adrian.
Right. So, Laura.
And I'll read it. I'll read it for everybody because I'm not full of shit and I'm not one to apologize. I mean, it's not exactly in my nature But I'm apologizing because I want to have accountability and I want to act in good faith. And so I said, I deeply apologize for accidentally doxing Ciaran by sharing public FEC records with his personal info. It was an honest mistake and I take full responsibility. I have removed the post and I promise that I will be more careful in the future when I post FEC records.
Or
Never, ever, ever, ever do this, guys. You never bend the knee when you're being struggle sessioned. I don't care if Laura actually did make an honest mistake. She's already apologized for that. This apology that they forced her to post was not about getting an apology. It was not about righting a wrong. Laura already apologized. She apologized ad nauseum over and over and over and over and over again. Getting her to post that apology was not about righting the situation. It was not about accountability. It was about proving that they have the power to make Laura Loomer bend the knee to their bullshit. You never bend the knee when you're in a struggle session, no matter how bad it gets, no matter what you might lose. You never bend the knee, because the moment that you bend the knee once, they know they control you forever. And if you think it's bad, the ramifications that you're going to get for not bending the knee, just wait until they know they can control you, because it's going to be so much worse, because the ass never stop after that. So take your fucking licks, keep your head down, stay out of the bullshit, and just keep moving forward. But you never fucking apologize when people are struggle sessioning you, because then those people own you forever.
addresses in general, anything that.
Well, I'm limited on characters. When I get premium back, I can make a longer apology.
Yeah, I can even like put it in the reply section of that post that appeared as a thread.
Let's have an actual.
Where do you want me to post it, Adrian?
You can post it as a
Where?
reply to your very own post, any like additional parts of the apology, if you wanted to. It'll appear as a thread.
My
People
post
post it all the
was
time.
deleted. The original.
No, not the
Okay,
original.
but my post was deleted,
The
Adrian.
apology
remember?
specifically.
I think he's
Not
saying
the
if you need extra space for words, you could just reply to the new post. But
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, create a thread.
Okay,
Anyway,
Auda, say your thing. Say your thing.
After that's posted, I would actually like to have like a proper discussion of what is actually reasonable immigration.
Yeah, I've been
100%.
hoping we could talk about the policy side of things here for a while. And frankly, I want to say over the past half hour or so, I frankly think most of the people on here have been kind of unfair to Laura. I think pretty much everyone other than Laura here agrees with our opinion. I agree probably exactly with Adrian's opinion on immigration, but I think it sounds like we're trying to force her to apologize for her viewpoints.
Yup, exactly.
And to be very frank, I'm not familiar with her work, but from what she said tonight, it sounds like she has no intent of racism or anything like that. And I feel like there's like a subtone here, frankly. Sorry to say this, Adrian, but I feel like the disagreement with your viewpoint on H-1Bs and immigration, you're framing it as if it's inherently racist. And that's exactly what I really don't like about this broad conversation.
We're not. Okay, so hold on, John. You've been saying this for a few days.
Yeah,
The
I said this
reason we're
yesterday as
bringing
well.
this up. Yeah, the reason we're bringing this up is because it actually look, and you know us, we make fun of people that basically constantly yell about racism all the time.
You are
know
those
us,
people.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
what has happened in the past few days has actually been the most racist shit that's ever been on this fucking platform ever.
I know, and I said that last night as well. You know that I have an ending.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There are real racists on X. There absolutely are. And they're way more racist than the Groypers. They're way more racist than Laura Loomer. To say this is the most racist thing that's ever happened, go hang out in a Wignat space. Go hang out in the 1488 chat. These spaces take place every fucking day, and it is significantly more racist than anything the Groypers do. It is significantly more racist than anything Laura Loomer has ever said. You want to find real racism on Twitter? You absolutely can. But to say that this is just so incredibly racist and this has never existed on the platform before and Laura Loomer caused this, that is pure fucking ignorance.
Respect for both of you, but I have alarm bells going off in my head for over the past half an hour that this feels like a witch hunt. Because, like I was saying yesterday,
No,
it feels to me like the racists are not attached to Laura. They're not attached to the general disagreement with H1B. And by the way, I wanted to quickly say a point on what you said about H1B.
We specifically were addressing words said by her. We were interrogating the extent of what has occurred. We were clarifying what exactly has happened on the system level. We were making sure that we take the apology, correct it effectively, and explain what went wrong, how it went wrong, why it did, and why it shouldn't happen again. That is what we did. We didn't do anything else. You've been sitting here on this stage. You were supposed to have observed us, but you didn't. I don't know why, but that is what we've done.
What I observed, sorry, let me say what I observed is...
And now this guy who I think is here, he's some kind of like AI guy or something like that. Like he's basically saying you guys struggle session them, and now John is going to get struggle sessioned for pointing out that they just struggle sessioned Lauren Loomer. Because that's not allowed when you're in a struggle session. There is no dissent allowed when you're in a struggle session.
She obviously broke the rules, and that's objective. But you also essentially demanded that she's either racist or a troll, and that just doesn't feel fair.
Yep.
And from my observation of the discussion on the timeline...
That part I admit. I'm sorry, I squeezed a person in a little bit of a direction there.
Yeah, like...
That part of it I did not agree with, but... Yeah.
Let me tell you, by the way...
Yeah, I'm willing to admit that was a little bit harsh. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But
Okay, thank you for apologizing.
Okay, let's leave everything, all of this shit before. What do you consider reasonable immigration?
What do I consider to be reasonable immigration?
Did anyone listen to the rest of this that's watching right now? Because we're about an hour into this, and I just don't know if I can listen anymore, to be honest about it. I just don't know if I can listen anymore. And I think the worst of it is probably over at this point. They've gotten their apology out of Laura. Like, I have the rest of the recording if people want to listen to it, but, like, you know, I've got movie night in about an hour with my community, and I kind of want to go do that. Yeah, I can't listen any more of this. I think you guys have gotten the point. I think everyone has gotten the point. And so my recommendation, and listen, I'll just put the link to the full thing in the chat. If people want to listen to it, you can. It's unlisted on one of my channels, so you can find it. I do also have the 9-hour recording, and if anyone wants to access that, just send me a DM on Twitter. I'm more than happy to send it to you. But listen, we just spent the last, couple hours listening to a struggle session that was led by this asshole. And again, I've said this a couple times. I'll say it one more time. There are 3 possibilities with this account. Either this account is Elon Musk's alt account. Either this account is a person that is psychotically obsessed with Elon Musk, or this is some sort of AI thing that is downloading whatever Elon Musk is saying on Twitter on any given day and integrating that into the account. Those are the 3 possibilities. There are no other possibilities, guys. There really aren't, because this account is so tuned in to what Elon Musk is doing. There is no possible way that this is just a casual person that's just taken an interest and is just hosting Twitter Spaces. And I think we all deserve an answer as to what exactly this account is. And for my money, we're looking at this on my alt account right now. On my main account, I have this account blocked. I have all the co-hosts associated with this account blocked. And I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. But my recommendation is that no one fucking interact with this account. Don't go into those spaces. If you do so, do it anonymously. Don't publicly associate with this account. Don't interact with this account. Don't interact with anyone associated with this account. I've had friends of mine banned off Twitter for interacting with this asshole and disagreeing with him. And I think that whatever this is, it is very connected to Elon Musk, and it's sociopathic. Again, I'm not saying that lightly. It's not something I hurl out but you guys heard it in this space. This account whether it's a human being or it's an AI, it doesn't really matter. This account gets off on hurting people and on playing these power games with people, okay? So everyone's going to do what they want to do, but I'm not going anywhere near this fucking thing, and I really recommend everyone else just avoid it as well. Block it, don't interact with it, don't do anything. Like, that's my recommendation. Yeah, that whole Twitter space was 9 hours long, and they're doing another one tonight in about an hour and 15 minutes. They do this every night. I feel like this whole Twitter censorship is another psyop to keep people running from one side to the other, of an issue to the other. Fact is, we are all political orphans. Neither party is on our side. Hey, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, that is all I have on a rare Sunday stream. But I felt like this was important enough that people be aware of it, so that's why I streamed today. I appreciate everyone coming out. I will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. As a reminder for my supporter community, we're doing movie night in the supporter Discord at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're watching Love Actually. So come and join us for a nice movie in the supporter Discord. If you know how to get there, you know how to get there. If you don't, you don't. And that's okay too. So I'm going to take my leave, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. And let me know what your theories about this account are in the comments and the DMs, whatever you guys want to do. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Please make sure you've mounted the like button on the way out the door. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not already. And I will see you guys soon.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer. I'm not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that? for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital.
That's difficult to answer.